This is Ketchikan, the salmon capital of the world. Built on stilts soaked in rainforest and home to more totem poles than anywhere else on Earth. Most people here pay hundreds for excursions, but you don't have to. Here are 5 things to do in Ketchikan, all walkable and all for free.
Alright, we are in Ketchikan today. Once I got off the ship, it was gorgeous. You see the streets and everything, the signs. Also, we're really lucky because supposedly it rains all the time over here. Today is one of the most gorgeous days ever, so couldn't be happier. It is show day, so I'm not gonna do a whole thing, just gonna check out the town. So this is good for people who want to not spend money and just want to walk around the town and what to see. Of course, the most important is Creek Street, so we're gonna check that out.
Creek Street, Ketchikan's old red light district. Locals said this is where the salmon and the men came upstream to spawn.
Wow, I really didn't expect this about Ketchikan. I've seen photos, but my goodness, is it absolutely stunning or what? This is kind of perfect. No shuttle, no bus, no tender. You just walk out of the ship and here we are right here. The only downside is there is a lot of people with 3 ships. So it's quite crowded as you can see, but nonetheless, absolutely stunning. I like the signs. Don't worry, be happy. Of my whales. It's a nice sculpture.
Every building on Creek Street is held by wooden posts in the water. Ketchikan ran out of flat land in 1903, so they just built out over the creek. For the next 50 years, this broad walk was full of brothels. And the most famous one? Dolly's house is still here, now just selling souvenirs. Number 2, Married Man's Trail. This was a secret back route married men used to visit brothels of Creek Street without getting caught. Today is just a hike.
I don't know what I got myself into. Some sort of hike. It says up there salmon walk. So this ain't walk. This is a hike. A million stairs. Seems like there are more stairs. Oh, this is a pretty glimpse of a nice view so far, even though I'm out of breath. By the way, I just talked to 2 guests who are on my ship, and they said it's not 3 ships in town. It's actually 5. That's a lot of ships. My goodness. There's a totem pole. I don't know if you can tell, but there's some gorgeous mountains with like snow up there. And I think there's some lodges, hotel, etc. And there's a civic center around here. Gorgeous day, so beautiful. Oh my gosh.
At the top, you'll find Cape Fox Lodge, owned by a local Alaska Native corporation. The totem pole here was carved by a local Alaska Native artist, commissioned by the people who own this land. Coming back down, you follow the stairs alongside the creek all the way to the bottom, and this is the salmon ladder, built to help salmon swim upstream past the waterfall. Come back in July or August and this area is packed with them. In May, the water is all yours.
I'm on the way to see the Totem Heritage Center, which is like a 12-minute walk, it says. And I'm so glad I decided to walk, because look at how lovely it is here. And then the mountains in the front, the brooks here. Also, this is where the Deer Mountain Trailhead is. Salmon Walk continues over here, I guess. Oh, wow.
Number 3, and I almost missed it. Just a small opening off the main path leading straight down to the creek. This area has been tied to Ketchikan's salmon story since the early 1900s. Now it's just the water, the trees, and honestly one of the most peaceful spots I found all day.
Well, Ketchikan is just filled with surprises.
On the way, some of the most charming houses I saw all day. And now number 4, the Totem Heritage Center. This is where Ketchikan keeps its oldest and most important totem poles. These aren't replicas, they are original 19th century poles rescued from abandoned Alaska native villages in the 1970s before they were lost forever. Silvery gray with age, some of them over 150 years old. The people who carved these had already left the villages long before anyone thought to save them. They were rotting in the rainforest for decades. The fact that they're still here feels like a small miracle. The museum itself is tiny. One main room and you can see just about everything in about half an hour. Admission $6, but here's the practical tip. When you're done, you don't have to walk back. There's a free downtown shuttle that picks you up right outside and drops you back. Number 5, Thomas Basin Harbor, the oldest part of downtown Ketchikan right by the water. The Alaska Fish House is one of the most famous spots in town. The line told me everything I needed to know. And right next door, the Lumberjack Show if that's your thing. But the best part nobody talks about? Go around the back of the fish house. That view of the harbor, the fishing boats, the mountains behind it, that's your Ketchikan.
And here's some hidden gems that you can check out. This is definitely a hidden gem spot. You must come and see this. It's so peaceful. I'm gonna have to come back, and actually I am coming back to Ketchikan to see more amazing places that I don't have time to see this time. But if you only have a few hours, this is really good. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, support the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye!